Pieces almost every day. We got a set piece coach in Aston, and we worked on that specific corner, and it came off. And we went in that second half, half-time, and we knew that we had to come out and score early, and we did that. So, I'm just glad that we managed to get the win on our last home game and give the fans something to cheer for.
It was a really important win as well. Of course, you guys are still very much in the running for a Champions League spot next season. What was the message ahead of this game? How important did the manager make it out to you?
Yeah, we knew today was a must-win. We want to play Champions League football again, and our focus was on us today. We knew that Tottenham had a final. They got a final on Wednesday, but we had to be prepared. We had to stay focused and get the win.
Ezri, a fantastic season again for yourself on a personal note. I mean, but how important to the football club is it that it is Champions League again this season and not Europa League?
Yeah, I think it's really important for us as players, for the fans. We had a taste of it this season, got to the quarters, and us as players, it's a competition that you want to play in. And for us, it's the main goal for us, going into the last game.
What's been the message? The last sort of 3 games, obviously the Bournemouth game was excellent tonight. I mean, it's a massive game against Manchester United, last game of the season. What's been the message to the last 3 games off the manager?
Just been taking it game by game, really. We haven't looked too far ahead. With the Bournemouth game, we had to go there and win. We done that, and straight away the focus was on today. And like I said, we'll rest now and focus on United. And we know it's not in our hands as of yet, but we're going to do all we can to get in that top 5.
Ezri, congratulations today. Thank you so much for your time. Congratulations. Well, really good to hear the thoughts there of Ezri Konsa. Of course, he's had a fantastic season, hasn't he? We heard in commentary as well, Don saying just how much of a good centre-back he's becoming.
He's brilliant. I mean, he's matured. I mean, he's got himself in the international frame. And for obvious reasons, Pim, because he's been fantastic at that heart of the defence. Whether it's a change in defence, he's always amongst the back line, whether it's a right-back role, a centre-back role. And obviously, he has to partner up with Tyrone Mings, Torres, and he does it brilliantly. And that's why I think he's improved, his experience alone. I watch him every single time. He's like a Rolls Royce back there, and he's proved what a fabulous player he is, and he leads by example.
He absolutely does. All right then. Well, he made sure that Aston Villa got the ball rolling with that first goal. Let's have a look at what it means then for them in the table as it stands. Of course, Chelsea still in action against Manchester United, but as it stands, look at what it would mean. Aston Villa up to 4th at the moment in the table, which means if they can keep this going, they would be playing Champions League football next season. Unfortunately, though, the bottom half of the table doesn't look so good for Tottenham Hotspur, currently at 17th at the moment. That's their 25th defeat in all competitions. They are now 25 points worse off than this point last season. Very big second half goals to put you in a very big position now in what you want to achieve this season.
Good evening, very, very happy, and today we close the season at home here in Villa Park with a supporter. We won, and of course we are in the run, but still work to do. We have to try to keep being consistent like we are now, and focus and demanding as well. Of course, next week is our match after the effort we did, and today of course we finished here the season with our supporters, trying to transmit them as well our energy, our wishes to be there, to be in Europe, and of course still work to do in case we can have some chances to play Champions League.
You said before the game it was going to be difficult against Tottenham, despite the position that they find themselves in, and also they have a European Cup final to look forward to as well. They frustrated you for the full hour, didn't they, before you managed to get yourself ahead?
They compete very well. They compete, and I think they did a fantastic job. Of course, in the dressing room in the first half, we were speaking about the difficulties we were facing, and be consistent, be demanding, and being focused in our game plan. And we did it, and we scored 1 goal, and then the second goal is the moment they gave up. But of course, they were competing very well until the second goal, and now good luck for them in the final.
It did feel like the second goal, that was the clincher, wasn't it? That was the time when the supporters in here could relax a little bit, because it was tense.
We needed to win, we needed to manage 90 minutes and try to play under our control the match, and of course we did it. We worked fantastic. I think we are being consistent, we are being demanding as well in this moment, because the opportunity we have is a really massive opportunity to play Europe, and of course in case we can get Champions League, fantastic.
How do you approach the week coming up then, knowing full well there is still a bit to do, but you go away to Manchester United to achieve what you want?
Yes, we are wishing to play. We are wishing to continue in the season we are doing, because we are now in our good moment, showing as well our capacity to get points, to compete, to try to play each individual player as well in his best moment. I think some players they are really enjoying now, and we are going to focus this week, consistent like we are, and of course being demanding as well in the preparation for the game on Sunday in Manchester.
Do you afford yourself a day off, 2 days off? Do you afford yourself any time off?
No. We are going to continue in our plan. Tomorrow we are going to work, and we are going to rest then Sunday and Monday, but on Tuesday preparing the match until Sunday as better as possible.
Unai, good luck. Enjoy next week, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, he says he doesn't want the season to end because they're in such good momentum. Of course, the season has to end. This is their last home game of the season, which means the players are out at the moment doing the lap of honour. The families have joined them on the pitch, which is always a really nice moment for the players. But you heard there from the manager, Unai Emery, they've got such good momentum going at the moment. How will that help them in that last game against Manchester United?
I think it's going to be massive, I really do. I think, that momentum, we always say in football, and having momentum going into real big games always helps. Confidence, you can see the confidence today. I think that game last week against Bournemouth was really set up for them to be a tough one, and they overcome it, they come through. Even this evening, all odds probably were stacked against Spurs coming here and getting anything, but they came and they showed a little bit fighting spirit in them early stages, and there was sort of alarms going off for Villa at times, but they did switch, and they were very good in the end. I thought they were so good.
Well, really lovely scenes that you can see at the moment. Of course, the players with their families out on the pitch, and a lot of the fans have waited a little bit of time after full time to make sure that they stay and applaud the players as well. And as much as that is the players showing their appreciation for the fans too.
Yeah, I think it's important, is it, for the players to come out and thank the Villa's faithfuls, if you like, that have supported them time and time again, over thick and thin, and it's been a brilliant season for them again. This has been a fortress, and it's been down to them that have paid their money to watch this attractive Villa side that Unai Emery's developed and made better. We've had some brilliant evenings here, there's no doubt about the European contests against the likes of Bayern Munich, Juventus, PSG. They've had a brilliant season, and let's not forget that, and they've got a big part to play in it here.
If they do get Champions League football next season, we've seen them be so entertaining. Did it work in their favour having European competition to play with as well as the Premier League?
Yeah, I think it did. I think there was obviously there's always how well you can do in Europe, and I think it's going back to the Premier League and making sure that is your ultimate. I always said that this season for Villa is that I could never see them winning the Champions League. It'd be great if they would. I'm just being critically honest, but I thought that they could win maybe a trophy, but you have to say that kept them ticking along. The squad depth's been brilliant, and I felt that he's used his squad. They've bought into everything that he's brought to this football club, so credit to the whole squad and Unai Emery of what he's done. He's kept everyone bang at it going through the season.